borrow against an underlying asset with the obligation to meet a collateral call on 1 or 2 days' notice. So margin debt is 1 day money. And if you actually borrowed against the underlying Bitcoin, if you're a retail investor, you're basically borrowing the money for a day. And when you have volatility, that creates a lot of anxiety. When we sell STRC, we're selling equity. It's the exact opposite. If you give me $1 million for my equity, for common equity, I have the money forever with no obligations. Okay, that's the longest duration money. When you give me $1 million to buy a preferred equity with a variable dividend, if you read the securities document and you understand what that security is, you're entering into a perpetual swap. I am agreeing as the issuer to give you SOFR, the standard overnight funds rate, plus a credit spread determined by the company. And you are agreeing to give the company that capital forever. And so that, and you're not getting the money back. So it's not an overnight loan. There is no collateral call. You have no redemption right. You can't, it's not like you can go to the bank and say, give me the $1 million back tomorrow. In fact, you're not getting the money back ever, right? It's an equity investment. If you wish to sell the instrument, you can sell it into the market, but you're selling it to other investors. And so the magic of this structure is you're creating a perpetual swap that's got, stochastically, if you were to actually do the statistical modeling, it's more like a 20-year duration instrument. So you like the issuer has the money for about 20 years, right? Not if you were to borrow money from a crypto exchange, you have the money for 20 minutes, right? And if you were to borrow the money in a conventional margin loan, you have the money for 20 hours to 2 or 3 days. But so, I mean, Bitcoin could fall 95%. It doesn't create there is no liquidation. It's not a credit instrument or a debt instrument in that way. It doesn't come due in 5 years. It doesn't come due ever, right? And so this is the ideal kind of credit instrument for a volatile environment.